Hi, I'm Lucy with Rossmönster Vans, and today I want to show you around this Sprinter 144 4x4 that we just wrapped up. Before we hop inside, I'll talk about some of the exterior highlights of this rig. Starting in the front, you'll see that we have black Rhino wheels with a KO2 tire, so we have upgraded suspension and tires on this vehicle. In that same plane, we have this rocker guard from VanCompass. Up top, we have a Dometic electronic awning. That's going to be on top of a Flatline VanCo roof rack. And then let's check out the rear. And then all the way in the rear of the van here, we have an Vans tire carrier and ladder. And then on the passenger side, we have an Vans Sherpa cargo carrier. And then all the way up top, you'll notice that we have these two LED lights to light up the rear of the vehicle. And then lastly, in the front of the van, you'll notice that we have a Warren winch with a VanCompass mounting bracket. Let's step inside. As we step inside the vehicle, two things that I'll call out here. We have this nice little shoe cubby. This is going to be for a family, so it's always great to have a place to put muddy shoes. We also have this flip down outdoor table. This is nice and low so that you can actually stand outside, work on your computer, have a nice picnic or whatever you please. All right, welcome inside. So before we go into the specific components of this vehicle, I'm going to talk about the layout and the design. So when it comes to layout, we have an additional riding chair up front here. We have our galley predominantly on the passenger side of the vehicle. On the driver's side, we have an indoor shower. We have some storage as we're coming down on both sides. And then all the way in the rear, we have a nice roomy dinette that will convert into a lower bed as well as a bunk bed for the kiddo. When it comes to design, starting on the floor, we have a toasted eucalyptus floor. Moving up a little bit, we have some slab door cabinetry. These are going to be painted white. And then all the way up on the ceiling, we have pine tongue and groove ceiling. And that's going to have a walnut stain on it so that it matches the rest of the vehicle a little bit better. Our countertops are going to be walnut butcher block. And then our panels are upholstered in Krypton Nomad plush snow upholstery. All right, starting in the front here, as I mentioned, we have an additional chair. So this is going to have a 3-point retractable seat belt, and this is from FMS, so it's a single rider chair there. Moving over to the passenger side, we have our galley. So here we have that walnut butcher block countertop with a 20-inch flip-up countertop extension. Moving beyond that, we have a 15 by 20 Ruvati workstation sink with the cutting board insert. And then behind that, we have a single burner true induction cooktop. Underneath our cooktop, we have a 4.6 cubic foot drawer style isotherm fridge. So we have the fridge and then the freezer is up top here. And then underneath our sink, we just have a nice storage area. Above all of this, we have some uppers. So all of these are going to be on gas struts and have RV latches. So the gas struts allow them to open and close easily. And our RV latches are going to ensure that everything stays secure while we're in transit. Closing out the galley, moving over to the driver's side, we just have a microwave stored up there. So that's great for nights where you don't feel like cooking when you're on the road. And also on the driver's side, moving a bit further back, we have our shower. So this is going to be a 24 by 30 shower. We have a nice shower rod up top so that can be closed off and waterproof while showering. This is also going to be where the dry flush toilet is going to be housed. So just for storage, and then whenever they get to camp, they can always take it out of here and use it outside. Close that down. And then moving all the way to the rear, we have our dinette. So we will have cushions back here. They're just not quite in yet. But we'll have a walnut table. This is going to be on a lagoon mount, so it can kind of swivel around and be used wherever. Room to seat up to 6 people back here. And then where I'm sitting is going to fold into the lower bed, and the driver's side is going to fold down into a bunk bed. So I will show you that in a second. Additionally, we're going to house our water and our power cabinets underneath these. So as I go ahead making the bed, I'll show you those. All right, starting on the passenger side, this is where we're gonna house our water cabinet. So in here you'll find a 30-gallon freshwater tank. This is also where we're going to house our Aqua-Hot. So that's going to be the heater to make this a 4-season capable vehicle, as well as pull hot water to the indoor shower as well as the sink. So close that down. And then on the driver's side, we have our power cabinet. So in here we have 340 amp hours of AGM SuperCycle battery. We have a 3,000 watt inverter, and then we'll also have 100 watts of solar coming in through here. So when we are ready to make our lower bed, we'll just pull this backrest off. And we'll lay the cushions down on there. So that makes bed number 1. Now I'll go ahead and show you the second bed in action. So you're just going to flip this guy up, grab onto your straps here. We have D-rings attached to this. So obviously this is a smaller child, but it will be great to have 2 beds while they're out on the road. We'll hook that in, and it'll hang like so. Lastly, we'll talk about ventilation and power within this van. So all the way in the rear, you'll notice that we have 2 custom half slides. Moving up to this main area, we have a flat pane window on the passenger side, and then a VWD half slide on the driver's side. Lastly, we'll have a max air fan up over the galley area, and then all the way in the rear, we have a Dometic Penguin AC unit. And to just close out our power systems, I'll point out we have this nice little monitor here. This will monitor all of the lights within the vehicle. We have a master on-off switch. This is also going to let us know about many of our other systems as well. Here we have our Dometic, so the AC unit thermostat controller. And then lastly, we have our Victron Bluetooth battery monitor systems that'll allow them to keep track of where their battery levels are at all time while they're out on the road. That wraps up this van tour. Again, I'm Lucy with Rossmönster Vans. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss a van tour. I hope you have a great rest of your day.